Hey guys, Tomboy61, and today I thought we'd take out the Odin, but specifically to try out one of the new Halloween Commanders, Clara Teslau. She was the one that piqued my interest the most of the new Halloween Commanders, because I thought she could be an interesting use in the German battleships. If you're not aware, her unique skill is boomsticks. What that does is it decreases the reload of your main battery by 10% and decreases the reload time of your torp launchers by 15%. And you may be like, oh, so it's Brawler. Yes, but instead of reducing the range of your main guns, it's going to reduce the accuracy and more specifically shell grouping of the main guns. So I was like, well, let's give this a go, because I do think one of the biggest reasons I don't use Brawler on all of my ships is that range penalty, especially up in the tier 7s, does absolutely hurt. 10% of your range, you feel it really, really quickly. So if we can use the skill and it's not too bad, then maybe this becomes one of my new battleship builds. Now, some things working against this. One, it's decreasing shell accuracy on a German battleship. What are German battleships not known for? Shell accuracy. That's right. Thank you so much for the guy in front who shouted that out. Yeah, it's like, this is going to be one of those ones where we're like, okay, let's try it out. Anyways, we're going to go ahead, set ourselves up in this little section right here. Kind of hope that there's no torpedoes coming our way. This can be a dangerous section for us, but we see a Bismarck going wide. The other thing, so as far as commander inspirations that we're running, we are running Cunningham. I have a 16-2 Cunningham just to try to help reduce that penalty of main accuracy. I mean, you could also kind of do the same thing with Brawler if you like ran Megatron, but this is trying to like just change it just a little. And then we're also running Von Hipper so that we can go the full secondary builds, because, you know, we are still a German battleship. We want to use those secondaries, damn it. Even if the Odin doesn't have the greatest secondaries, we still want to use them. Anyways, this Bismarck, holding true to more pushes, more better, is pushing in on us. And I do have to say, going back, I usually run the AL Scharnhorst commander on my Odin. And it turns out, after looking, I run Brawler on that side. So I didn't really see a boost in shells per minute from this build. It was literally just kind of trading off my accuracy for the range. And as I'm playing this, I don't know if I would keep doing that. I think that while you can absolutely get away with doing this, it just doesn't feel 100% the best way to play this ship. So yeah, that's my small spoiler for the end. But anyways, we're seeing in this nice little slot right here, giving us some cover. Kind of waiting to see if anyone else wants to push up. Of course, we do have our sonar going, but we also have that ability to run torps. Fletcher out in smoke. Thankfully, our destroyer is able to torpedo him, and with that, kind of gives us the all clear to start pushing. We have an Iowa here, and who do we have right behind him? I think that ends up being a Gneisenau. One that we have to kind of keep an eye on because, of course, Gneisenau, just like us, has torps, right? It is the tech tree battleship that has torps, and we do need to be careful of that, because if he wants to push into us and use said torps, it could be very nasty. We're kind of going to end up being in a sort of standoff. Thankfully, he takes 2 torps right there, and that kind of all but assures what he's going to do, because at this point, he only has 10,000 hit points left. He's going, okay, we're going in for the kill. We can see he's coming around the corner here. We check our torp angle, see if we can get him off, because we do have a little bit better torp angles than he does. We can see he fires off those torpedoes at a enemy battleship. We're going to nose in right here, wait for him to come around the corner, and go with the shot. Sadly, I think most of our shots went over him, even though we were aimed right at his bow. I think that's just too much of a deflation? Too much for those guns to aim down in such close quarters. But thankfully, Gneisenau does end up going down, and now we have this Prince Eugen way out at range. Thankfully, because we didn't lose our range because of Brawler, we are able to still maintain those shots, because at this point, he would definitely be well outside of our range if we did have the Brawler perk equipped. So this is one example of those times it's really nice. We can see we're still maintaining somewhat decent accuracy on him, but it's not like we are we're getting the tightest groupings known to man. Now, if we look at the map, this is where we kind of make a decision. Our side has cleaned up, right? We've done our job. But if we look at the map, we go, oh crap, look at that. There is one battleship on left, and everyone else is steaming towards it. So we kind of ping our teammates, say, hey, full health Bismarck, follow us. You've been pretty good this whole time. You have full health. We can hopefully delay these guys, because if we look, they do not have the ship advantage. So if we can kind of intercept the rest of their team, our team that's already pushing should be fine and well within the numbers advantage to be able to take out this Prinzeugen and anyone retreating on their team. And it looks like our destroyer is going to go ahead and push in and try to start capping the bases, which is exactly what we want him to do. We just need then, us as this small contingent, this small task force, just needs to stop whatever enemies coming in to our base so that we can easily secure ourselves and get the win. We have a full health Jean Bart that we are going to have to take on, which, hey, that's going to be a fun one, because, you know, if we can kind of hug this island, we're going to be in decent enough range to be able to close the distance. Odin, not the quickest of the battleships, but it does have decent maneuverability. We can probably torp rush him and be fairly successful at that. We just have to be wary of his ability to ram us, because we know Jean Bart players, sometimes when turrets are down, they turn into homing torpedoes, and it's just a risk we will have to take, and could provide some fun. And we'll also see what other battleships have at. Now, anyways, he comes around the corner. We can see he is angling his guns at an angle. This is one kind of strategy you can use when you're in Jean Bart or any of the other forward kind of facing things. If you angle your main battery at like a 45 degrees, it provides a better angle for the shells to ricochet off, hopefully not do pen damage to said turrets, which does help with their health. We see they're kind of forward again. We go ahead, fire. We are going to try to fire into the superstructure and maybe also hit those turrets. We may not get damage on the turrets, but we will take away health from the turrets. If we can go ahead and knock the turrets, it does reduce his ability to be confrontational with us, though it does definitely boost his likelihood to become a torpedo. We do successfully knock out one of his turrets there. One of the nice things with this build is we do have a fairly quick fire rate. The Odin is essentially a tier 7 Scharnhorst or Gneisenau, right? It's kind of following that lineage to its final end. We do end up knocking one of his turrets there, so that Jean Bart is now down to half of his turrets, which is nice. We've successfully seen that. Gneisenau decides to start sailing pretty much broadside, so he's going to get our attention now. We're going to try to kind of cut the angle, try to maintain angling between the Jean Bart and the Gneisenau. We're getting some pretty good hits on that. We see torpedoes coming in towards it. We do have to worry. The last enemy destroyer has a very good kind of crossfire on us. He's able to get into our superstructure. If he wanted to, he could absolutely probably be firing AP and doing some significant damage. We see Jean Bart decides now is the time to attempt to ram us. We go ahead, swing out of the way, get that rear torpedo launcher ready to go. Once it's in the range, we go ahead and let go of those torps, and it's no looking back. Gneisenau gets taken out by the Bismarck. That leaves only 2 ships, and if we look at that blue line on our enemy capture circle, we are about to wrap up the game, and that's pretty much it. Odin winning us the game, or at least doing a fairly healthy time. Guys, that is my game in the Odin. Clara Teslau, probably not going to be my maintained battleship, but it was fun just to try to get out there and experiment with her. Guys, if you liked the video, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.